What up, G-Life? It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys comment, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and share if possible because it does help on my channel. Don't forget to click on that subscribe. It don't cost anything. It's free and you'll help my channel out a lot. You can do it right now. Just tap on it. Bam! Homie, as quick as that. And you'll be helping my channel out a lot. You know, it helps me get thrown into the algorithm. And it doesn't cost you anything. Now, there's certain people that, you know, watch my videos and they've been saying, man, you take too long, get to the point already, blah, blah, blah. First of all, if you want to learn something, you can't learn it within like about 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And there's a reason why I explain videos the way I explain them. You get what I'm saying? There's a purpose for it if you want to get to understand the matter. You know, because if there's one thing that people are going to have a hard time believing is one, that gang members are actually educated and know what they're talking about. You know, especially if we disagree with what they're saying. Off the bat, they're going to say, shut up, fool. You know, you don't know nothing. You're just a gang member. Which is the most ignorant and stupidest thing you could say. You know what I'm saying? Just as much as anybody else could learn, so can a gang member. You know, there's no difference. That's ignorance at its finest. You know, homies are educated. Anywho, you know, because now, me example. I belong to no political party. I don't like the Republicans and I don't like the Democrats equally. I think both parties are full of shit. Equally. You know what I'm saying? My honest opinions. I'm not here to play favoritism for neither group. I'm here to call it down the middle. If sometimes my videos seem like I'm down with the Republicans, or sometimes my videos seem like I'm down with the Democrats, I'm down with neither group. The reason why they seem like that is because I'm non-biased. If this group actually has some good bills and talking about some good shit, I'm going to acknowledge it. Same with the other group. You know what I mean? There is a possibility that both parties could actually have some good ideas. You know? It's just not one-sided. That's the problem that became with our politics nowadays, that people think that one side has the answers and the other side is completely wrong, when that's not how it works. You know, they turned this shit into gangs, you know, not acknowledging the other side. It's ridiculous. Now, if there's one thing, you know, I study, you know, psychology, so, you know, people hear about it all the time right here. And what I like to do is, you know, the mainstream media is used, you know, is weaponized, you know what I mean? It's used to push agendas and all of that. That is true. Not just in recent time, it has always been like that, you know what I mean? You know, if you guys, you know, you guys should read some of Friedrich Nietzsche or any of those philosophers' books. I recommend them. They're fabulous books. Fantastic books, you know. Matter of fact, there's a Friedrich Nietzsche book. I spent about like 2,000 something for it. You know what I mean? But it was worth it. You know, worth every penny. There's some really good shit out there. Anywho, where they speak about this, you know, first when the newspaper came into existence and everything like that, you know, they were able to see, you know, what was to come. Some of the greatest minds of all time. The reason why they always gave warnings of these events is because they're true. Because man, it's so easy to get corrupted. You know what I mean? It always seems to happen. You know, it's a power struggle always, you know, between individuals, and we're just the puppets that are in the middle. So people always complain, saying that the mainstream media, right, that they're tricking their people, but what exactly are they doing and how are they doing it? So in order for that, I actually watch both. You know, I watch, you know, CNN, and I watch the local news and all of that. I also watch Fox News and all of that, you know what I mean? So I'm aware of all of that. I like to watch it equally, right? I don't watch one more than the other. I watch it equally because I don't want one side to persuade me more than the other, you know what I mean? I give them an equal amount of time and videos on similar topics, because I want to see how exactly do they do it. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, it never fails. Every time I watch, you know, any of these news broadcasts, I'm always able to catch what they're doing and how they do it. The reason for this video is I want to talk about my good old friend Chris Tucker from Fox News. Mr. Chris Tucker. I was actually told once on a live, if I could beat up any like person on TV, who would I beat up? It would be Chris Tucker for sure. The anchorman for Fox News. He is one hell of a cat. You know what I'm saying? I watch his stuff a lot, even though I despise the man. I watch him. I watch him just to see his tactics, you know, and it never fails. It never fails. I respect him and despise him at the same time. Because look, Chris Tucker is very intelligent. You get what I'm saying? He knows his stuff. He knows what he's talking about. Oh, but how he twists it in his own favor. It's always fabulous with how he does it and why he does it. I despise him because in his stories, right, when he's giving his broadcasts, there's truth in what he's saying. There's truth in what he's saying. And he knows that people are going to recognize what he's saying is true, right? There's truth to it, to some of it. So he'll start off by throwing some truths in there to, you know, people, to get people anchored in. And then somewhere along in the middle, he comes with these bullshit, fake, you know, statistics, reports, and everything. You know, completely blown out of proportion and completely one-sided and completely his own opinion in the matters, you know, with no merit to it. But see, he knows that a majority of his audience are not going to dig into all of this to actually prove what he's saying is false. And he knows that. You know what I mean? And then he'll follow it up with more truth stories into it. You know, to make it seem like what he's saying is legit. Then followed by more bullshit. And then followed by more truth to it. And then he'll throw in what he's actually pushing for, his agenda. Remember, all these newscasts have agendas, bro. They all have agendas. All of them have agendas. Chris Tucker's not for the people. He's not in it for the best of America. He's in it in the best of his views and his perspective on the matters. You can tell by the way he describes other individuals, how he insults other individuals. You know what I mean? This man is a man with an agenda. All these news channels have agendas. You know what I mean? If not, they wouldn't be able to be even broadcasting their opinions. They would have YouTubes like us. You know what I mean? Where you're able to give your honest opinion on shit, where you're not being controlled by nobody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but then you don't get no revenue because obviously they'll demonetize your videos. Right? But if your message is important and you actually believe in your message, you'll give it regardless of the monetization. But, you know, he wants his money, so. And he knows how to get it. He knows how to pull in views. You know what I mean? Oh, how he knows how to pull in views. See, Donald Trump, I don't like him as an individual. As a president, I didn't care. You know what I mean? I honestly don't think Donald Trump is racist. I think he's an idiot. I think he's a narcissist. I think he's only about himself and himself only. He doesn't care about his race, his white people. He doesn't. He only cares about himself, bro. He don't even give a fuck about his kids. He only cares about himself. When he was a president, to me it was like, you know, there was some bills he would pass that were cool. There were some that were completely like, what the fuck is this for doing? And you know, he would only do it because he wanted to be liked by the people. Because there were some bills that he was throwing out there that even the Republicans were like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And it's not because he actually did it because he cared for the people. He wanted to be liked and praised, you know, every once in a while. His ego is one of the worst that I have ever seen, to be honest with you guys. The man is a full-blown narcissist like crazy. That's why it baffles me that people want him as a president again. Look, yes, it's true. He's not controlled by no political party. That is very true. Because the man only cares about himself, bro. He doesn't give a fuck about what the Republicans want or what the Democrat wants. He only wants to be praised and idolized. You know what I'm saying? He only cares about himself and what could benefit himself. The man is corrupted. The man does not care for the best interests of America. He cares for the best interests of himself, bro. And how he views the world. You know what I'm saying? So the man is not for America. The man is only for himself. And like I said, I belong to no political party, so you coming on here and insulting Joe Biden and all of those guys not going to offend me because I think all of them are full of shit and they're fucking pieces of crap too. So you could attack Nancy Pelosi, you know, Chuck Schumer, you know, or if you want to attack Mitch McConnell or Ted Cruz or Ricky Rubio or, you know, any of those bastards, I could care less, bro. I belong to no political party. Honestly, I belong to no political party and I don't care much for any of these people's agendas because I know they don't have it in the best interest for us. That goes for all of these motherfuckers, dog. They're all idiots. you know, that only care about themselves and trying to make the other side look bad. You know, it's sad what became of this government. Anywho, so Chris Tucker likes to do that in all his broadcasts. You know what I mean? He pitches his agenda, right? I found it funny when he was talking about how, you know, the whole Ukraine matter and the Russia, and even attacking, you know, his good friend Lindsey Graham, right? The man he was always defending and this and that, and then he wants to posterize him about the whole thing with Russia, which is something that Donald Trump does as well. You know what I mean? You know, these guys will be their best pals, their buddies, they're ride and dies, and then the next day they, you know, fuck them, and their mom is fat and all kinds of stupid shit. And it's funny because they play into the media because they know that that's what people want to hear. They know that people want to hear insults and stuff like that, and that is sad, bro. Like, what the fuck does that have to do? What does his way, the way he looks, how he talks, have to do anything with fucking the political matters at hand? God, dog. He told a good joke. That makes him fit to be governor or president? My God, dude. People lost their fucking minds, fool. They think by insulting somebody, they're making their political statement. That right there was good enough to justify anything they say. Bro. Welcome to America, ladies and gentlemen. Insulting the other man, their political views and stuff like that, is not the answer. It's not a good way to state your case. As a matter of fact, it's not a good way to even behave. It just shows your true character. Which is sad that you have to, you know, stoop low to these tactics, you know what I mean, to even get your message across, you know. And it should be insulting for those who actually support you, you know, that you actually think that, you know, your supporters are actually, you know, dim-minded like that. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he was pitching about the whole Russia thing, and then he was talking about our borders and the immigrants and attacking, you know, all of that, you know, like he always likes to do. You know what I'm saying? His agenda. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's throw the hatred and anger somewhere else. You know what I mean? to let's forget about this. A lot of the stuff he was saying was completely full of shit. You know what I mean? And you know how people say, it's because you get your information from the news. First of all, you don't know me. You don't know me. I don't get my info from just the news, from what's local news and stuff like that. I actually go digging in. You know what I mean? And yes, it's boring, you know, reading all this shit and from, you know, from journalists that are actually there. You know what I mean? There. And, you know, footage, you know, that's in Russian, but, you know, you could get it with the English subtitles. You get what I'm saying? And yes, it's boring, it's long, but there's stuff that I like and I'm willing to do. So people think, what the fuck is this gang member gonna sit down and actually do all of this shit? You don't know me, bro. You don't know my persona. You don't know what I like to do for fun. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge a book by its cover, bro. You know, I actually like, you know, looking into all of that. You know what I mean? And educating myself on it. And so no, the Russians are not down with this, what Putin's doing. You know what I mean? Go look into it. How many of these motherfuckers were protesting in every fucking large city in Russia and getting arrested? You know what I mean? And how many of these people Putin has shut down for speaking against, you know, his agenda? You get what I'm saying? Shit, even the mainstream media hasn't covered that. You know what I mean? You know, partially, some of it sometimes. Without even giving the real story on it too. They like to make everything, you know, paint the man. The man is bad, but not the way these fools are painting him. You know what I mean? And Ukraine is not the villain. I see people putting anti-Nazi videos. I think whenever I speak about these subjects, look, I know that these fools have Nazis in them, and I know all of this. You know what I'm saying? But you can't blame the tree for a few bad apples, and you can't say that their whole fucking shit is like that just because a few idiots are like that. My God, the ignorance in individuals. You know what I mean? When you're dropping bombs, my boy, blowing up colleges, blowing up hospitals, blowing up elementaries, where kids are fucking dying, dog. I don't care what your political views are. I don't care about nothing. My boy, that is shit no human being should be doing at all. And when a country's experiencing this kind of shit, shouldn't you lend a helping hand? All kinds of fucking women and children are dying, dog. And that's cool. That's okay. To let a bunch of fucking kids and elderly and all these people's families get destroyed and slaughtered? You know what I'm saying? That's not right in anybody's heads. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. The United States is equally as bad as Russia, bro. They are. As a matter of fact, the reason why these wars even happen and these incidents happen is because America wants to be the big bully in the yard, and so does Russia. And they flex their muscle and their weaponry all the time. They're flexing it all the time. And when this side starts moving, this side gets mad. When this side starts moving, this side gets mad. Basically, the world is a puppet in between the tug of war between Russia and the United States. Two fucking idiots that think that they're the shit. You know what I mean? And they're just flexing around. Bro, it's what's always been happening. You know what I'm saying? When countries are fighting over each other because they're taking over territory like the United States has been doing for so long, and Russia, it's bad, bro. No country should force another country or try to take over another country, bro. If then people want no part of you and they're living cool, stay your fucking ass out of it. Let them live, let them be, bro. But at the same time, when if their people are getting, slaughtered and shit like that, I mean, yeah, somebody's got to do something about it. I mean, that's still a human being nonetheless, bro. It's kind of like saying you're walking, right? And you see a little girl, 9 years old, getting beat up, by a bunch of Arabs. Let's say you're in the Middle East, and you're gonna let it pass because, well, that's not my problem, homie. You know what I mean? Because I'm not, from the Middle East, so that's not my pedo. Or if you're in France, if you see it in France happening, and you're like, well, I'm not French, so it's not my pedo, so I'm gonna keep walking. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. It's another fucking human being, a child. You gonna try to stick up for it? Let me find out, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. You know what I'm like? I don't know. This world is a trip. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that all these political, news stations are full of shit. They all got agendas. I only watch them just to see, why they do it and stuff like that. Because I like studying the human brain and, the human behavior and why individuals do what they do. You know what I'm saying? And to get to the bottom of things, is encouraged, within our class to do stuff like that. But that's just my personal views on him and what he does for what he does. And if you hear me talking about things, that's the reason why. Shout out, we out.